Hi, this is Angela from Beloved Alchemy, and this is the first weekly tarot reading of the channel. It's between the 9th and the 15th of September 2019, and it's a general reading, so general, it might not resonate with everybody, hopefully bits do resonate with you, take what you want from it, other bits you might not. And we're just going to see what the week brings for us. What do we need to know this week? Just going to pull about five or six cards maybe. Just going to give them a bit of a shuffle. Excuse me if I go quiet just for a moment. Okay, what do we need to know this week? What do we need to know this week? Quite a few cards there, see if we actually need them all. Okay. I'll put the cards in this corner on the screen so you know what we're talking about. First card out, Temperance. This is balance, and balance between two extremes. Normally in tarot decks you get a Temperance card where she's pouring fire and water into cups, and it's finding that equilibrium point in the middle. Of course it can mean the quite literal sense of, abstaining from alcohol. That might be a week where you do that. But it seems to be it's an emotional card really. It's finding a balance between the positive and negative emotions that we all feel. Makes sense this week because of the Pisces full moon. I think it's on the 14th of September. Pisces is a real emotional sign, and the idea of the Pisces full moon is to release pent-up emotions, release excess baggage, release what needs to be released, have a good cry, that type of thing. And don't get me wrong, though the effects of the full moon can last a fair few days. It's not just on the 14th that you'll feel this. This will be all week and probably into the week after. 5 of Cups. Feeling that you've lost something in an emotional sense. Feeling that perhaps if you're in a relationship especially, if you've got negative emotions running through you at the moment, this is the time to talk them through. We've got the 7 of Swords here. Bit of a deception card perhaps. But swords are all to do with talking and communication. And if you feel like, you're in despair at the moment, talking about it and being communicative about the situation this week especially is really going to help. It's really going to be beneficial. There's also the Justice card. Justice today really makes sense. I mean, even if you don't have to, have a conversation with a loved one, or even a debate, or even an argument, if it comes to that, it could just be, a clearing out of emotions, or releasing emotions within yourself. It could be a self-healing week. And whatever you do, whatever it is, whether it's a conversation with yourself or with another person, it's going to be well worth it in the end. It'll affect everybody in question positively. There'll be a sense of fairness and justice about it all. People will understand why you've had to say what you've had to say, and it'll be good. Basically it'll have a good outcome. Because we've also got Ace of Pentacles. Perfect card, for starting a new business venture, or a new project. And it's materialistic, almost like a money-making card. And anything born under the Ace of Pentacles, with regards projects, money, job, career, all that, it's going to be kind of good. But first of all, you've got to release this excess baggage. You've got to have it out with whoever it is. That you need to have this disagreement. You need to have this argument with somebody, or you need to have this conversation with yourself, and release all this pent up emotion. This is what the full moon is here for this week. And you've got the underlying energy of the Four of Pentacles. For some of you might not want to release all that, because releasing, even though it's an emotional release through Pisces full moon, it can also feel like you're having to relinquish something physical. And to be able to do that, it can take a lot of strength sometimes. But I think this feels more like a symbolic physical, releasing of physical. It's a very emotional, psychological week. But once it's done, once you have gone through the full moon, released all your emotions, all your baggage, had a good cry, had a good whinge, had a good argument, or whatever, you'll feel the benefits of it, and everyone will feel the benefits of it. I mean, there were 3 other cards that just dropped out, which I felt should be kept separate. King of Cups, Queen of Wands, and also the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles to me is like the retirement card. It's kind of like you've got everything that you need. You've got your family around you. You've got a secure home. You've got a nest egg. You've got you've got your money in the bank. And you've got these two. Almost like a couple. And it could literally be a couple of people that it could even be you and your other half, But ultimately, it's the after effects of this release of baggage, release of emotions, that these two people, the emotional expert in the King, and the passionate in the Queen, they would actually make a really good couple. So basically, with regards to the Pisces full moon, don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of, bringing your emotions up to the forefront. That's what it's there for. That's what it's meant to do. If you're feeling overly sensitive this week, then it's okay. It does feel like everything's going to come right at the end, and you're going to come almost like full circle and have clarity and understanding by the end of the week. If this reading does sound quite specific, as though it's it's based on people who are just in relationships, but this can also be interpreted, like I say, as having a conversation or an argument with yourself to change one's own perception about something. Just going to take an oracle card as well to see if we can just reiterate or clarify anything that needs to be clarified. Ooh, there we go. Intention. Set your intention. If it's your intention to sort out this issue, have this conversation, have this argument, release what needs to be released, get rid of what doesn't serve you anymore, then your intentions will carry that through into reality. This is why we've got Pentacles at the end of the reading. This is your reality. This is either the beginnings of something new, which will be great, or the retirement card where you've made it and got everything secure. So if you liked what you had to, if you liked what you heard within this reading, hope it made sense. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and that'll give you a heads up for next week's reading. And see you soon. Bye.